I'm going to be demonstrating a brand new piece of software here called iSpoofer. It's for iOS devices, and you can use it to spoof Pokemon Go, Jurassic World Alive, and The Walking Dead Our World. There is a free trial available at iSpoofer.com. I have it pulled up right here. And I just want to give you some quick numbers. iTools uses 5.9% of my CPU and 114.8 megabytes RAM. iSpoofer uses 0.6% of my CPU and 57.9 megabytes RAM. And basically what that means, and these numbers are when a GPX file is running on one device, what those numbers mean is that iSpoof uses less than 51% as much RAM and less than 11% as much CPU as iTools. Again, iTools uses more than 89% as much CPU as iSpoof. So this is going to be a good option if you want to maybe free up some of your PC resources. It's a 32-bit application. It's Windows only right now. They do have a portable version, which is pretty cool. And I'm just going to get right into it. I'll show you the app here. This is what it looks like when it opens up. I have it just down on the bottom so that my personal information isn't on there. The first thing you do, you have to have your phone connected. I have it in USB. You can select your device. You can also do multiple devices, and you just click. You pick your device here, and then you hit spoof. And if you want to run multiple devices, this window here stays open, and you would just select another device and hit spoof, and then multiple windows are going to open. And then you have different location on each window on each device. I think they're going to be adding support for multi-devices in one window. So when you open the app, you're going to see this bar here, and you can type in an address or a coordinate. I'm going to go to Battery Park, and just the coordinate you type in, it'll be this red pin right here. You can click that, and it'll give you these coordinates here, and then you can just click move, and then watch my game on the left here. You're gonna see it moved right over to Battery Park there. And before you move, you are gonna either select move mode here or pin mode. So right now I'm gonna be demonstrating move mode. You can click anywhere on the map and teleport again. It's not gonna do a walking road again. This is a walking route. This is move mode. So you just click move, and you're gonna be teleporting around. You can click and drag on the map, and you can also zoom in and zoom out. There is a joystick feature here. It stays locked to northeast, south, and west, which I think is good. You can see I'm moving around on the left on the game here. This is a live view. Another feature on here is the hold button. If you click this, and then watch, I'm just going to drag the joystick up and let go. It's going to continue walking north now, and I'll just demonstrate now. If I just drag it down south, now my character is just going to walk south, and it holds that direction as it's walking. I'll just do east now, and it'll just keep walking in that direction until you click hold again, and then it'll stop. So that's a good feature. They definitely nailed that. We also have a keyboard walking feature with a D-pad. You can do A, S, D, and W to move northeast, south, and west. And then if you want to do northeast or northwest or southeast or southwest, you can click the two buttons, the two keys at the same time. Right now I'm walking northeast. Now I'll walk northwest. So you just click the two buttons at the same time. So this is an improved version, in my opinion, of how the Web Spoof app is in Xcode. That was personally probably my favorite feature about Web Spoof app is the way the D-pad works. I'm not a huge fan of the way iTools has it, where you sort of are like steering with the left and right, and then you go back and forward. I don't like that. So I'm a big fan of this. And then, of course, you have down here the speed adjustment. You can actually manually type in your speed. So you don't have to fiddle around with any bars or anything. And you can also do, you can tap it up and down. And just, it's so nice that you can just type it right in. You can go up to 60 kilometers per hour. I recommend keeping it at 10.5 kilometer hour to get your egg distance and your buddy distance. So that's move mode. Now I'm going to show you pin mode. If you click up here, you're going to go into pin mode, and it already has my last thing saved, so I'll just click here and clear that out. I'm going to go back to Battery Park, New York City, and again, when you are typing in your coordinates, your address in the address bar, just first select if you're going to do move or pin mode, because it will change the location if you just click. If let's say you're in move mode and you teleported, and then you clicked pin mode, you would move. So just make sure you click the correct mode before you put in your address or your coordinates. So if you okay, so pin mode, I'm gonna just start making a route here. So there you go, and I'll make a little loop back to the beginning. And if you click the play button, you will start walking that route that you just made. You can adjust the speed live while it's happening here. You can type in a new speed. You just hit the number and hit enter, and it goes to kilometers per hour for you. Some people like it up at 20 when they're doing certain things. You can also change the cycling mode. Right now, see here where it says AB. The way that this works is once it gets to the end of the route, it'll do a loop. It'll start back at the beginning. If you change it to ABBA mode, what happens is when it gets to the end of your route, it'll go backwards back to the beginning. So if you're doing a complete circle sort of route, because sometimes, let me clear this out, sometimes you might make a route that's just like this. And then if you have a route like that, it makes more sense to do ABBA. But if you're doing a complete circle like this, and if you just see how it's not quite touching here on the route, if you just have a little bit of distance there, it's not a big deal. It's not going to affect your cooldown at all if you just do that little jump there. It's actually a pretty normal GPS sort of behavior. So if you have a complete loop like that, you can go to ABAB mode and it'll do a nice loop for you if you want to just hang out at Paris Mall all day long and do that. And you probably saw me doing this before. You can just hit clear all to clear it out. And when you are doing the walking mode on the pin here, you can hit pause and resume. So that's good if you have any gyms on the route. So clear all I just demonstrated. Now, up on the top here, you're also going to see the Import GPX button. If you click that, you can navigate to a GPX file, and it's going to load it in, and you can hit play, change the cycle mode, clear it out, change the speed, hit play, hit pause. And a new feature that they added is the drag and drop mode. So if you have a GPX file you want to just bring in like this, you can drag and drop it in. So that's of course an essential feature. And I gotta plug my EX-Raid Scout Pack here too. Over at spoofertricks.com we have this this set of files here called the EX-Raid Scout Pack, and it's just single coordinate GPX files. If you open it up, it's just one chord. It's not a route, and you can drag that in, and it'll take you right to an EX eligible gym. So we use this to find EX raids. So I'm glad that they brought that feature in with the drag and drop, because it's a lot easier to do it like this than it is with the navigating. So single chord support, that's a huge feature, especially for the Spoofer Tricks users. When you add a GPX file, there's no annoying dialogues or anything. Like, look, you can like switch back and forth. It doesn't ask you like, look, I'm playing it, and then you bring a new one in. It doesn't ask you, are you sure you want to do it? Or it's just you can just do it much quicker when you're switching in multiple routes here. It's just nice that there's no dialogue about like, are you sure you want to do it? It's definitely something I appreciate. So that's pretty much all the features in the virtual location window right now. When you hit close, you're going to get a dialog box here that says OK or cancel. Are you sure you want to stop simulation? If you hit OK, it's going to return to your actual location. But if you hit cancel, it'll actually keep your phone there, and then you can unplug. And look at this, I'm right at Paris Mall. I could hang out here all day. This is actually what I usually do when I'm away from the keyboard, is I just drop my character right there, and then I'm all set. I'm all good to go. I can just stand there all day. So if you hit OK, it returns to your real location. If you hit cancel, you retain your spoof location. And sometimes you need to do a reboot and reset your GPS on your phone. Sometimes it's just not working right. And what iSpoofer brought in here is this reboot button, and it'll automatically just reboot your phone for you if you click it. And if you have an iPhone, you know how tricky it is to reboot. You got to hold down the button, slide it, and then you got to hold it down again, wait for it. This is so much easier. You just click reboot. So that's a nice feature, and that's everything I'm going to outline on the app. Let me just talk about the pricing real quick here for you. This is actually one of the more interesting aspects of this app. This is something I haven't really seen before with the iTools, but they have a subscription based plan, but it's actually pretty nice. You can get a year for $9.95 for one computer, $14.95 for 10 computers, and $29.95 for 30 computers, and that's for 1 year. And they also have a monthly pricing plan, which goes as low as $2.95 a month for one computer, up to $10 a month, $9.95 for 30 computers. And again, that is at iSpoofer.com. They do have a free trial, which you can check out. And that's iSpoofer. It's a lightweight app, very efficient. I was telling you about the CPU and the RAM load. If you're a spoofer who streams, you might be looking for something that's going to give you better performance when you're streaming. This could be the answer for you. Definitely if you're using a virtual machine on Windows with OS X virtual machine, this is going to be a lot better in terms of your CPU and your RAM usage. You're also going to get less rubber banding if that's an issue for you because of the reduced CPU and the RAM. So you're gonna improve your live streams and your rubber banding problems if that is an issue for you. So again, iSpoofer.com. If you want free GPX routes, tutorials, and resources, you can come to spoofertricks.com and just join our Discord server for Spoofer Tricks. The link is in the description. And thanks for watching.